Business. The manufacturing and or sale of goods and or services to satisfy the wants and needs of consumers to make a profit. Transaction. An exchange of things of value. Domestic business. A business that makes most of its transactions within the borders of the country in which it is based. International business. The economic system of transactions conducted between businesses located in different countries, also the definition of foreign trade and international trade. Domestic market. All of your customers live in the same country in which your business operates. Foreign market consists of all the customers in a country other than the country your business operates in. Trading partner. When a business in one country develops a relationship with a business in another country. Duty, tariff. A tax most countries place on imports in order to make the price of domestic goods competitive. Globalization. A process whereby national or regional economies and cultures have become integrated through new global communication technologies, foreign direct investment and international trade, migration, new forms of transportation, and the flow of money. Interdependence. The reliance of two or more nations on each other for products or services. Primary industries consists of the extraction and initial processing of all raw materials. The 5 main primary industries are agriculture, fishing, hunting and trapping, forestry and logging, energy and mining. A possible sixth for Canada would be water. Secondary industries are made up of primary manufacturing, called processing, and secondary manufacturing. Secondary manufacturing produces both capital goods, products used by businesses such as machinery, trucks, and heavy equipment, and consumer goods, for example, clothing, packaged food, and television sets. Branch plant, a factory operated from a country outside of a host country. Example, Kellogg's, which is based in Battle Creek, Michigan. Its Canadian head office is in Mississauga, and its main Canadian manufacturing plant or branch plant is in London, Ontario. Tertiary industries provide necessary services to other businesses and consumers, for example, banking, construction, communications, and transportation. Service sector, made up by tertiary industries. Foreign direct investment, or FDI, is a way for non-Canadians to invest in Canadian businesses while controlling some or all of a business's operations. Portfolio investment, a way for non-Canadians to invest in Canadian businesses through the purchase of stocks, bonds, and other financial instruments used by Canadian firms. Culture industry. Example would be a Canadian identity only mirroring an American identity through movies. Importing, bringing products or services into a country. Global sourcing, the process of buying equipment, capital goods, raw materials, or services from all around the world. Exporting, when companies outside of Canada purchase Canadian goods and or services and we ship them out to the other countries. Value added, the amount of worth that is added to a product as it is processed. Licensing agreement gives a company permission to use a product, service, brand name, or patent in exchange for a fee or loyalty. Exclusive distribution rights, another form of a licensing agreement, allows a company to be the only distributor of a product in a geographic area or in a specific country. Franchise, an agreement to use a company's name, services, products, and marketing. Joint ventures, a common type of international business used to establish a presence in foreign countries. Foreign subsidiary exists when a parent company allows a branch of its own company in another country to be run as an independent entity. Protectionism, the shielding against foreign competition, trade quotas, a government-imposed limit on the amount of product that can be imported in a certain period of time. Trade embargo, banning trade on a specific product or with a specific country. Embargoes are often applied to pressure foreign governments to change their policies or to protest human rights violations. Trade sanctions, domestic penalties applied by one country onto another country. Exchange rate, the amount of currency in relation to the currency of another country. Floating rate, there is no fixed rate of our currency with respect to other countries. Currency reevaluation, when demand is greater than supply and the Canadian dollar increases. Currency devaluation, when supply is greater than demand and the Canadian dollar decreases. Terms of trade, the comparison of exports to imports. Hard currencies, currencies that are easily converted to other currencies on the world exchange markets, like euros, the Canadian dollar, and the US dollar. Soft currencies, currencies that are not easily converted to other currencies on the world exchange market, like Russian rubles or the Chinese yen. Currency speculating involves buying, holding, or selling foreign currency in anticipation of its value changing. The winners and losers of high Canadian dollar. Winners, importers, Canadian travelers, and major league sports teams because they can get other sports teams easier. The losers are exporters, Canadian tourisms, and Canadian retailers. The benefit of FDI is less risk. And the 4 benefits of globalization is a greater target or market, more employment, country-to-country positive relationship, and blank. You also need to know the 3 emerging markets.